Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, big welcome to you, and if you're a returning viewer, I'm so glad you guys are back. Thank you for coming back and joining me each week. I only worked on a few things this week, so I guess we'll get into works in progress, but before that, I should probably talk about what I'm wearing, because I busted out a sweater because it is chilly. It's actually really nice out right now, to be honest. It's in the, I want to say, mid to high 40s outside. That's Fahrenheit. And it's really nice. It's a beautiful spring day. It was raining this morning and the sun is out now. It's really, really nice. So I'm really grateful for that. But it's that weird cusp of temperature where it's just a little cool, so sweaters are still really nice, especially if they are really wonderful sweaters like Nutiden, so made out of 100% wool or primarily wool. It just breathes so well. And this is Nutiden. This is a Swedish wool that's unspun that I knit up, and I'm trying to remember the name of the colorway. They're limited runs, so when she makes it, that's kind of it, and once they sell out, they're gone. So I definitely don't see myself buying Nutiden often because it is an investment, that's for sure, because I live in the United States in Michigan, so I have to get it, sent in. But it definitely was worth it. So I did a big purchase. I still have two colorways of Nutiden in sweaters weight yarn to work with, but this one was inspired by Swiss chard, and that's how she dyed it up. It was that inspiration. It's held double, and I just love how it turned out. The sleeves are not identical, but they're similar enough that to me, it looks great. It's so cozy. It's very oversized. This is Melody Hoffman's sweater. It's the Forager Sweater by Melody Hoffman. I made a larger size than the first time I made it. The first time I made it, my sweater ended up much more fitted, and I ended up doing the larger size, and I did the larger size, but then I made some alterations to it. So I did a rapid decrease at the end to match the smaller size so that it fits my wrist, and then it gave me these really cute like balloon sleeves, which I love because they're not super long. That's why I like them, and they're fitted at my wrist. And then the length is actually nice and super long. I don't really want to stand up right now, but it's nice and long, plenty of length, very cozy, and it's just like wearing a blanket. It's wonderful. So definitely recommend Melanie's Forager Sweater pattern, that's for sure. So that's what I'm wearing. Now we'll get into the works in progress. So I really only worked on two of them, two of my projects this week, and it's like the ongoing saga. Those of you who have been with me are probably going, oh my word, you're still working on these projects. Yes, I am. It takes a while sometimes, you guys. This is the real life, right? You don't get through projects that fast sometimes. That's what happens. Life happens. So this is the What Tomorrow Brings shawl, and I'm almost at the end of the row here, so you know what, I'm just going to finish it off real quick. I think you guys will be patient with me because I literally had to stop working on this morning. I tend to knit in the morning, and when I say I knit in the morning, I've told those that have been with me for a while this before, and it's kind of comical. I may knit for 10 minutes at the most, and that is really not much when you think about it, but you can get at least a little bit done. That's all that matters, right? You get just a little bit done, and that's progress. There you go. I finished my row. I knew I could do it. I was like right there. But that's all I do in the morning. I kid you not. I literally will knit for, at the most, maybe 10 minutes because I eat breakfast and then I knit for just a brief bit. It's my little bit of meditation in the morning. I absolutely love knitting. It is so relaxing. So if you can cram even 10 minutes in the morning, even 5 minutes, it's totally worth it. Okay, so here is where I'm at. This is the What Tomorrow Brings shawl by Telly Bean Knits, and okay, so here's where I was at last time you guys were with me here. pretty sure. No, I take that back. I forgot to move my progress keeper. Oh, you guys, I do this all the time. But I know where I was. So it was like, I literally had just a couple rows left of the color 21. Or 19, I'm sorry. 19. So I finished that off, and I am now working on the border. This is going to get so blasted out because the wonderful sun is out. And I just, yeah. They're very, very soft colors at this point. So these are all the colors of the Suburban Stitcher Advent. Here you go. And it's a really fun pattern. This is what Tomorrow Brings shawl. So I am finishing it up by doing this border, and then the border will go all the way across this bottom portion here, and then I will be done. Then I will be done, you guys. So obviously I have quite a bit more to do. and this semi reminds me, it's not the same. So I'm fading. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that because there's such soft, beautiful transition of color here at this point with the Suburban Stitcher Advent. They're very subtle changes, so you can't see it very well because I'm doing a fade where I like alternate and then I go to the next color. But it's really looking beautiful. And there was a shawl I did. It's the Stephen West shawl. It was the Mystery Knit Along. It was 2 years ago. And I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was the shawlography. I think it was the shawlography shawl. If you look back in my past videos, you'll find it. And I have it hanging up on my little shawl tree over here. You can kind of see it. I'll show you my shawl tree. Shawl tree. It is, I don't know if that's pointing in the right spot in the video. There we go. Right there. That's my shawlography. And the border on that is similar in a sense. It's not the same, but similar where it felt like it took forever to finish the border. So I feel like this is similar in a sense that it feels like it's taking a while, and it will probably take me a while to get through it. But I'm so excited because once I finish that, I will be done. And that's huge. Because this has been ongoing since January? January. Yeah, I started it in January because I worked on Multifarious Nature Advent for December. So this is a January project. And now we are in March. So now, granted, I haven't been very good about working on this often, or just doing very little here and there, but I am on day 21. Day 21. Very exciting. Very exciting. So really enjoying that pattern, just taking my time going through it. It'd be great for any types of minis, if you have minis, and she gives you like the measurements and stuff. So you really could use any minis that you have. They're 20-gram minis that came in Advent. So I recommend probably using 20 grams, but if you see in the measurements, she has a few that use a little bit less. So yeah, great pattern, great pattern. So the next one that I am also very much enjoying, but it is a like never-ending project because it's a big rectangle right now is what I'm doing. So this is, and I'm of course mid-row, but I'm not going to finish this row off because I have a bit to do to finish it, and yeah, I'm not that fast of a knitter. I'm not, but you can at least see the length. So this is Andrea Mowry's Big Cozy Cardi. Big Cozy Cardi. Get the name right. I want to say Big Comfy Cardi, but it's Big Cozy Cardi. And I am using my Chestnut colorway, which I do not currently have dyed up in the shop, but you can special order it from me if you just reach out to me, contact me through the contact me section on multifariousnature.com, and just say, hey, I want to order a custom order of, I don't know, 5-6 skeins of your chestnut colorway, and I'd be so happy to dye that up for you. I would just create a custom listing for you, and I do that often, and I love to do it. So there you have it. There, that's where I'm at so far. I am getting there. I am getting there. Now it's like I'm knitting with a blanket on my lunch, which is so wonderful, because on those chillier days, oh, it's so nice to have. And this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, one of my absolute favorite bases that I dye up on. It's so cozy and has amazing stitch definition. Absolutely amazing. Any textured work, I highly recommend Peruvian Highland wool. It's awesome. So I am just moving along on this. It feels like it's so slow for you guys, because it's like every time you're probably like, oh my word. Because let me see. There it is. Because there's my progress. I have literally done like an inch of progress this week so far. Now, to be fair, I've only, because I think I did my video on Saturday last week, so really that only gave me a Sunday, which I did not knit on this on Sunday. So I usually knit on this on my lunch breaks, so it only gave me 4 days of knitting on it. So my lunch break, you know, isn't that long. So I, you know, little progress here and there, and I'll take every little bit of progress as a nice positive step in the right direction, and this will be finished at some point, but not super soon. If you remember from my estimate, I would say I still have about another month, if not just a couple more weeks to work on this. And I have a feeling it's definitely going to be at least another month based on my progress. It's very slow progress, but I'm really looking forward to it because it's going to be like wearing a blanket, you guys. If you're not familiar with the Big Cozy Cardi by Andrew Mowry, this is what this beautiful thing is going to look like. Look how wonderfully cozy that is. Oh my gosh. And if the Peruvian Highland wool wasn't amazing enough, I'm going to have my super soft Surrey alpaca silk base as my collar. And this is my Autumn Kiss colorway, which I absolutely love. And it is so soft and cozy. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm trying to be so patient. But I want to knit with this part so bad. I love knitting with the Surrey alpaca. It is so soft. It's so soft and fuzzy, and I just love it. Anyway, those are the only 2 projects I worked on this week. I did not work on my jacket this week. My my Miles shirt jacket. I have it next to me still because of last week, and I did not bring it out of my knitting room and work on it this week, which I kind of feel bad about actually, because I really like working on this. So my goal is to work on that a little bit tonight, and I'll try to get some more work done on it because I really do like working on it. I really do enjoy working on it, and I do want to get it done. So I'm not going to show you guys because I didn't do any progress from last week. So if you are curious what the Miles shirt jacket looks like, definitely hop on over to my last video from last week and view the progress on it there. It's Patterns by Ozetta, and it's really fun so far. I'm using my hand spun yarn from my very first fleece that I processed. It's a Cotswold fleece, and it's so wonderfully rustic. I love it. So that's about it for this week's end of things when it comes to works in progress. I didn't have any finished objects. And I have some lingering works in progress that are almost like unfinished objects that have just been floating to the side that I do want to kind of work on again because they're just lingering, and there's nothing worse than that, and I do not like to abandon projects. So one of those is my Stephen West, I think it's the Rain or Shine shawl? I'm pretty sure it's the Rain or Shine shawl. It's actually a really fun shawl to work on. I do not know why I stopped working on it. I honestly don't. Here's the thing. So when I was working on that project, it was when we were in transition of moving to our new home, which was now 7 months ago, I think. Oh my gosh, that went by so fast, you guys. So I'd say it was about 7 months ago, and I just didn't work on it again because we had moved, and I put it aside, and then I took on other projects I was excited about, and that poor project just got kind of neglected. So it is still there. I will work on it. I do want to finish it because I do love that. So that will be a project I do want to pick up again. I also have Leslie Ann Robinson's really pretty coffee, it's Coffee and Jewels, I think is the name of it, is sweater. It is a feat. So it's all brioche. She's like the brioche queen. And it's all brioche. And it's a sweater, long sleeve. And I haven't worked on that in a while either. I have it on my little shelf up there with all my projects that are waiting in the wings, and I don't know if I have it in me to start working on that quite yet. That it's a lot of brioche. I like brioche. I think I figured out something about myself. So I always like challenging myself and trying new things. But brioche is one of those things that it's not hard. You just have to learn it. It's a little confusing in the beginning, but when you like figure it out, it's not that hard. But it takes a while because it takes like twice the amount of time because you have to do like 2 rows to get one. It sounds weird, but it's like you have to do 2 rows to get 1 row of stitch like height. And that makes it feel like it takes forever to finish something. And the good news about her sweater is it does change colors, so that does help kind of motivate you to continue. However, I don't know. There's something about it at this point. I think I get sick of brioche. It's weird. I like brioche. I do like brioche. But I feel like I have more success when I do projects like some of Stephen West's shawls, where he has like sections of brioche, but then there's other things. So you're not just doing brioche, because I feel like I have a limit to how much brioche I enjoy doing before I get not bored of it, because it's not boring. I mean, it's constantly keeping you entertained, but it's tedious, time consuming. I don't know the correct word to use for it, but I'll get back to it at some point. Because I want to work on it, because I think the thing is I don't like to give up on projects. I really don't. It's very rare that I do it. I'm a big like commit and finish type person, but that one I struggle with because I really want the finished product because I think it will be gorgeous. It has tons. I think it has 5 different colors in it. 4 or 5 different colors that I've hand dyed that are in that piece, and it's gonna be beautiful. And it's beautiful so far. But I'm struggling. Do you guys do that? Do you have that problem? Do you have patterns that you start, you're really excited, you really want the finished piece for that because you love the finished idea and you love how it's looking so far. So when you imagine it finished, you're like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And then you just kind of lose the spark when it comes to working on it. I don't know. I know I'm not the only one. There's got to be more people that are dealing with that. If you have that problem, please let me know below. I'd love to know what project you're having that issue with. Please share in the mess that is me. I know that everybody else has that too. So definitely share your project struggles with me down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, I just don't know. It's the weirdest thing, because I want to work on it, but I also feel like I just am not prepared to work on it yet. That's so weird. I mean, as you can see, the projects I'm working on, like this one, is primarily doing garter stitch at the moment. And then this is a very simple repeated pattern so far, and then the shawl collar is going to probably be a very simple stitch as well. So I'm definitely leaning towards like meditative knitting where I don't have to think about it a lot. And I think we all go through stages maybe, right? Like I think I'm going through that stage right now where I do like my more complicated knitting sometimes, but then sometimes I need meditative knitting in my life. And this is what I'm needing right now. I'm needing meditative knitting. So that's what I'm doing. So I hope you'll forgive me for not touching some of my projects that I had been working on in the past and kind of set aside because my brain is just not there right now. I also have that with my pair of socks. I have my really cute socks, the Mael Classic socks. I haven't worked on that in a while, and it's not hard. The pattern is not hard, but it does take paying attention. Like I do have to pay attention to it a little bit, and I just don't want to pay attention to it right now. Like I don't want to. I want to do a pattern where it tells me knit for so many rows until you hit a stitch marker and then change color. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. I want that kind of knitting because I can do that all day long. So yeah, let me know if you guys are meditative knitters too. You just love to do meditative knitting. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you guys are doing well. What are you working on? Are you doing some knitting right now? Are you crocheting? Love to hear what you're up to. And I hope you're doing well. And yeah, so far, one thing I'm looking forward to coming up here is next week. So my birthday's next week. My birthday is the 30th of March. And I have the 31st is the swap day, the deadline for shipping our swap partners goodies. And that's for oh my goodness, I have it in front of my face here. I was just looking at it and I lost my train of thought. Isn't that crazy? A Fiber Collective. Fiber Collective swap that they coordinated. And I'm really excited. So my swap partner is in California. And I'm really excited. We're going to be swapping, and I'm going to be sending her some goodies, and of course, yarn. Hello, yarn. Because that's like the whole theme of the swap is primarily yarn. I'll be giving her some goodies too, and I hope she loves it just as much as I'm looking forward to getting hers because I'm really excited. I love it. I just love it. This is my first swap, fiber swap, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of fun gathering things and dyeing up color for her, and I think she'll love it. I think she'll love it. So yeah, excuse me. So I hope you guys are doing well. How are things in your neck of the woods? Has spring hit by you, or are you entering a different season? Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Please share. I always love hearing from you guys and hearing how you're doing and what you're up to. But I will catch up with you soon, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a rest of your week. Take care. Bye.